Hey everybody, thank you for joining me for a new video. Today I'm joined by Aldean, and he has he's got some stories to share about his print-on-demand journey that I hope you guys are going to find relatable. So what's up, Aldean?
I'm doing great. It's awesome to be here. I've been watching you for more than a year now, and I used to be on the other side of the video. Now I'm on this side. So I'm doing awesome.
Dude, that's
Pleasure to be
great,
here.
man. Hey, thank you for being here. I really love hearing from you and everybody else that uh, just has experienced some level of success that you maybe want to share with everybody else like you that's been watching some of the videos. And I hope that you can inspire some people today with your story.
Yes, I'm hoping the same, and I'm ready and I'm willing to share all the details. Thank you so much for the opportunity to do so.
Awesome, man. So why don't we start with just kind of letting everybody know how you found out about print on demand and like where you got your start.
All right. Well, with print on demand, I was watching YouTube trying to find passive income ideas, right? And I came across Greg Gottfried. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Greg Gottfried. He used to do a lot of POD videos. I don't see him anymore, but he got me hooked on it. He gave some videos showing how to design and stuff, and I started doing some designs for Teespring. Well, I didn't know any better back then. Now I don't know designs for Teespring because there isn't much of an opportunity there. But it was great for me when I just started. I started doing designs, mainly text-based designs, and I loved it. I each time a design was made and I saw the finished product, I was like, wow, I did that. Because honestly, I have no graphic design skills, no graphic design training, I should say. I self-taught with the help of guys like you and other POD YouTubers. And that was the beginning. From Teespring, I went to Redbubble, and now I'm basically on all the major POD platforms. So yeah, it's been a great journey so far.
Yeah, that's good. I'm sure it's relatable. It's interesting because when I not so much recently, but probably like last year and the year before, I heard a lot of people that got their that's how they started print on demand was Teespring. And I don't know, man, that website seems to have like really gone downhill, you know?
Yeah, it's now spring, and the thing is, the most of the platforms I work on, and the ones you recommend as well, they do the marketing for you. Teespring is the opposite. They want you to do the marketing, which I'm not really a fan of that. And it's Teespring, or Spring as they now call it, is basically for persons who have a huge following. You could do it. You have a huge following, but and other people like you could do it using their social media or whatever. But I don't have that, so it's not a viable option for me, and I don't think it's a viable option for most people.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, man. So I've been really looking forward. I didn't ask Aldean off camera. I want to know on camera. I want to know what your sales have been like on Amazon. And we did mention briefly that you're selling through both Amazon
Wow.
merch and through Seller Central. So how have your sales been this year?
Well, firstly, I told you this before we came on camera, but let me let the whole YouTube world know this. I'm so grateful to Ryan because right now I have a #1 seller hat on Amazon because of Ryan's advice. The sales I'm getting right now, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it because, as
I'm
I said,
happy for you.
I'm not a graphic designer, but I can't even keep up with the sales. I can't keep up with it. I literally have made around 2,000 sales on this one hat. 2,000 almost. So,
Damn, man.
so I'm over ecstatic, and I didn't start selling hats until you recommended it through Seller Central. I would have never started. I've never even known about it until I started doing your course, and and many other things that you taught me have helped me to reach where I am right now. Because right now on merch, I'm on tier 500, tier 500. And before you know it, I'll be on tier 1000. Because once I follow your advice, I know I'll be there. Because I've followed your advice from tier 10, and now I'm on tier 500. And last month, I got over $400 sales on merch.
Wow.
And yeah, so I'm getting there. I'm not at your 200,000 tier yet, but I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I'm going to get there. with your advice, I know I'll get there. But yeah, it's overwhelming what I've gotten, how far I've gotten by following your advice. So you guys out there, don't think it's impossible. As I mentioned before, I have no graphic design training. I just did some basic text-based designs and I'm a #1 seller on Amazon. Yes, guys, it's possible. Go for it. I encourage you to get involved. Get Ryan's course. He isn't just saying it's a good course. It is a good course. And I'm telling you, he didn't pay me for this either. I'm telling you, it's a good course. It's an excellent course. So do his course.
I appreciate that, man. And like, yeah, when you were gonna come on for a video, I didn't even know you had this level of success recently. That's what's crazy, man. And thank you for endorsing the course, by the way. I do appreciate that and giving your feedback.
I have to run. My results are evidence of the course. As I said, I have no experience. It's all based on what you have taught me. And only God knows how grateful I am. I'm super grateful.
I'm happy to hear that, man. And for everybody watching, like, if you're watching and you still haven't had like I don't know what to call it, like one of these like big successes, you know, because like it's one thing to just kind of slowly grind up and build more and more passive income, which is great. But what's crazy about print on demand, and I think it is unique almost to print on demand in the sense that like if you see a trend coming, you can act very quickly, and it kind of fortune kind of favors those that are early. Whereas like FBA, you got to plan, you know, 2 months in advance typically to launch a product. With print on demand, you know, a couple hours and you can be marketing a new product to the masses. So yeah, it's just, man, it really lights a fire under you when you first hit like a really big success. Like my I think it was my 3rd month on Amazon merch, I hit $100 royalty. And then my 4th month I hit 1,000. Like I just 10x just like that. And I was like addicted at that point. Like that was it. I was addicted to the.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely addicted. I love it. And I'm glad you mentioned how you can hit a trend early, because that's how I got this #1 hat. And it's because of your advice. I went on flying research because of your advice, and I found that trend because of your advice. And I went on it and I was like probably the 3rd hat up there. And before you know it, I just saw sales coming in. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe it. But yeah, it's all because of your advice. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, everybody watching, it's like, by the way, what Aldean just said, take note of that. He saw it on a shirt and he said, you know what, like, let's list it on other products. Cause if it sells on a t-shirt, for sure, there's going to make sales on, like, it may not be as many sales as what you would sell on a shirt, but it's print on demand. There's no restrictions. So don't hesitate to try listing on, you know, whatever, you know, Printful, for instance, is my production partner of choice, and they integrate with Amazon Seller Central directly. You can list on so many different things. So yeah,
you're so right, because I listed it on masks, stickers, mugs, and they're all selling. So yes, you're
that's
very
awesome,
right.
Man.
Definitely.
And and for the future now, you're set up like the next trend, whenever it comes, man, you're going to be able to do the exact same thing. Now, the one thing that we don't dictate is like the high end of the sales potential, you know, only the customers dictate that, but that's why you got to take a stab at like every trend, right?
Definitely. I follow that. I go into flying research, check seller trends first thing as I log in. I check it. If I see something trending, I just jump on it right away. So yeah, that's the way to do it. Definitely.
Dude, that's great advice, man. And then what would you like go heading into, you know, November, December? Do you have any pointers, any tips for people that are maybe like kind of similar to you in their print on demand journey? You mentioned that you've been taking print on demand really seriously for about a year now. So anybody that's kind of in the parallel, do you have any tips for them?
Well, yes. My main tip would be put out as many products as possible. As you always mention, the more fish, more rods you are, more lines you have out in the water, the more chances you have to catch fish. So put out as many designs as possible. Try to do at least 5 to 10 designs daily. Put them as many platforms as possible. Try to automate as much as possible. Use templates where possible. In other words, print on demand is about the more you can do, the better it is for you. So put out as many designs as possible.
All right, Aldean, thank you so much again for taking time out of your day to be here on this video. And if you experience any crazy future successes, definitely hit me up so that you can come on here and inspire everybody that's watching by sharing your story, man. But thanks for being here.
My pleasure. It was a pleasure being here with the person who has actually mentored me. So it's actually my pleasure being here. It's a super pleasure, and I'll be happy to come on anytime in the future. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
All right, you have a great one, Ryan. Take care.
Yeah, Aldean, man, thank you. And can you do me a favor and just like, if you don't mind, like email me a picture of like maybe your Printful statistics tab that just shows like crazy sales or something like that.
Sure, I can do that. No
Just
problem. I'll do that.
anything that will look good in the thumbnail. That way people will click it. You know what I mean? Because that makes such a difference.
I'm gonna send that to you right now.
All right, perfect, man. I appreciate it. All right, well, have a good
All
day,
right.
man.
All right, you too. Take care.